Hey, what's going on, everybody? It's Averance, and today we're going to be playing some more Rimworld, so we're just getting right back into it. And right now we just had a raid, for those who missed the last episode. So we had a single-person raid come through, and these traders actually ended up taking out this person. So we are still joined by our three colonists, Clements, Inless, and Goodman. And yeah, we just have the basics of the colony starting to get set up. We're going to have some power coming to this room where we will set up a refrigerator. And we have some food growing. So I think we have basically all the essentials we need. And yeah, we're just going to continue on trying to make our way towards getting off this planet. We also have this here, and I haven't played a lot with the aspects of the anima tree or like the royal quest line just in my own playthroughs, so it's going to be interesting to see kind of how those pan out. But we do have all three of them a room, and I'm actually going to, while they are sleeping, I'll just set up this zone here. Right up over here, we'll dump rotting corpses because we don't want anything in there. So we will do corpses, allow animal corpses, but only allow rotting corpses. No, and human-like and mechanoid. So only rotting corpses. That way, when this thing starts to rot, like it is now, it will now be able to be taken away. So Clemens is building that, but what we can do... Oh, shall never do hauling. So we'll have Endless haul that out of here because, I mean, goodness, that's probably a disease risk in and of itself. And then Clemens is working on building the actual power lines here. Well, Goodman and Endless work on building up the rest of these rooms here. Speaking of which, I will actually do one more thing as well. So we are going to do some orders, and then we are going to have them mine all of this here, because I will replace those walls with just regular steel walls. That way we'll be able to smooth the rest of the walls around. So we can basically increase the beauty of it. But Clemens is getting right back to that. This has very little power, but I'm not actually going to do too much with that right now. And we should probably end up building a second wind turbine, just because it would be helpful. So let's see, power wind turbine. We can put another one like right there, and then connect that power conduit there. There we go. Just because I want to be able to have extra power, and once we get the battery technology that Clemens is working on researching, we'll then be able to store that power and be able to constantly power this cooler, even when there is no wind, basically. Like right now, it's very low wind, but luckily it's still being able to be powered up. So yeah, well, I hope everybody's day is going well. I saw that my last Rimworld video blew up a lot more than I thought it would. I think it's right now sitting at about 40 something views, nearing 50, so I just really appreciate it. And thank you for the people who have subscribed off of that video. I just really appreciate it, guys, so thank you. So what we're gonna do here is we are going to build a steel wall. And we will build that 1, 2, like that. We'll build that there. And then, yeah, we can't replace those. But what I wanted to do there was basically just be able to create a more beautiful living space for these people. Because beauty does negatively affect their mood. So yeah. Still got 70 days worth. So luckily Clemens is putting in work right there. And then we can take this steel wall and replace them when Goodman mines that out. And then when Clemens is done, we'll be able to build that up. And what I can actually do is build a couple of doors here all around. And there we go. Okay, so these doors are being built. Meanwhile, just looking outside, we're going to have to actually create a storage area, which is going to be most likely, this is going to be the room for the storage area. But for the time being, what we can do is we can set up a temporary storage area zone right in, I believe this is Goodman's room. Yeah, so we're not going to allow any corpses. So corpses are not allowed, but all the other stuff is. Specifically, I want Endless to actually haul this medicine because I don't want that medicine going bad because it's outside. Alright, and there we go. And what we'll also do is end up hauling the components just because those can degrade outside as well. But now that this is going to basically be sealed, Endless actually haul this as well. Just so that door can close, and then we can set this temperature down to a freezing temperature, because then it will allow us to be able to have freeze corpses and whatnot in food. So it will keep things colder, and we won't have to worry about what on earth was that. Okay. And we will not have to worry about spoilage. So what we'll be able to do, we can haul that. We'll create a stockpile zone. Do we have anything that would actually be good for storage? Let's see. Miscellaneous, maybe? No? Recreation, power, production zone, floor, furniture? Furniture. Nothing. Structures, nothing. Just looking around for different storage items that we would possibly be able to have. Right now it's nothing. That's okay. Alrighty. So we're just going to need a very big area for all this steel. Alright. So that's going to be good. And Goodman's still working real hard, making sure. And this is going to be the food production area. So we'll go right back to production. And we will put in a fuel stove for the time being. So we can do that there. But yeah, so like I was saying before, I just thank you guys for the support that you guys have been giving me lately. I really appreciate it, and this couldn't have come at a better time. So we are actually now going to store all of this food in this storage zone. So we are going to allow fresh corpses, fresh animal corpses. And then we are also only going to allow food items. Yeah. So, Endless, I'm going to need you actually to interrupt you. I need you to prioritize hauling all of this rice in there. No. We need no food in there. We only want... just eating that. Endless, haul the rice to a different location. Please. We want this to be frozen. And then we'll start being able to make meals. But I'm glad that we kind of have this food here. However, we are going to have to assign somebody strictly to hauling. So Goodman, you are actually Endless. You are going to be the one hauling, and then we'll put you secondarily on mining. Just because this food is going to need to be hauled inside as soon as possible. Also going to set her to cleaning as well, just because this place could use a bit of a cleaning. Okay, what do we got? Justinian Puslolosto, a praetor of the Broken Dominion, is calling from nearby. His guards were killed in an ambush. He escaped, but is now followed by a man-hunting Yorkshire Terrier. Puslolosto wants you to keep him safe at Taylor for a few hours until you can bestow 8 honor on whoever accepts this quest. It's not enough honor to receive a royal title of Yeoman and all benefits that come with it. This is enough honor, including the first level of psychic powers. So I'm going to stay away from that just for the time being. But what I'm going to do here, just because we're not currently set up enough to necessarily do something like that, but we will in the future. So we are going to do this forever, just simple meals. And then Endless, hopefully, she is going to start hauling this stuff in, which I'm going to force her to do, because I don't want this rice sitting out in the rain for that long. So please, continue hauling the rice. Thank you. But yeah, so we should be getting battery technology pretty soon. We have this, so it will not spoil because it's frozen. We have this, luckily, that is generating us constant power, which is always nice. And who's having the major break risk? Clemens, why? What's going on? What are your needs? Ugly environment. Father Otto died. 8 raw food. Hungry. Awful bedroom. 8 without table. Yeah, that's right. So this is going to be the the dining area. Furniture. What do we have? We can build a... Yeah, let's just go with the small table right now to use less resources, and then we can have some steel stools. There we go. And then we'll just have these hauled. And yeah, I am appreciating this very peaceful music, and that's what died earlier. It's a guinea pig. All right. We should probably set up a butcher's table as well. All right. And then Endless is going to have to... What I'm going to have is prioritize hauling the rice again. And then what I'm going to end up doing is I'm going to take her off of growing and plant cutting for the time being, so she can haul and clean, because I need all this stuff hauled as much as possible. Smoke leaf binge. Jump to location. Clemens is going to get high, apparently. Which sucks that we have that. We do not want her to have that. But I hope she does not get. And we have a tortoise that's self-tamed. That's awesome. Okay. A lot going on all at once. So Clemens is currently dying. And getting high as all balls. This place looks like a mess. So I'm hoping to actually get this place a little sorted out by hauling this stuff away. So Endless needs to do that. Goodman is finally starting to mine this area out, but unfortunately everybody lives in terribly ugly conditions. So what I'll probably end up doing just for Clemens right now is I'm going to put in a wood floor for her, just so she actually has a little bit more of a beautiful area to live in. And then what do we have? We need Clemens. Clemens is not on construction, so we're going to put Endless on construction as well. Endless. What are you doing? Hauling a dead squirrel. Okay. I mean, if it's not raw, or if it's not rotting, we'll be able to use it. So, and hopefully it stays frozen. So yeah. Alright. And she is now going to be building that wooden floor, hopefully. And unfortunately, it's very dark in here right now, but that's okay. We'll be able to basically get this up and running sooner, hopefully. I want to have this place looking more beautiful, and I want lights and everything by the end of at least next episode, so we'll have to do that. This is going to be the storage area, like I said, so it's going to be nice to have that there. And yeah, I'm just glad everybody's working, and at least they're starting to haul some stuff, which is great. Clemens is just wandering around aimlessly, which is alright. We'll let her have a little bit of a break. How are your needs doing, Clemens? High on smoke leaf. Initial hope. Soaking wet. Uncomfortable. Observed a corpse. Where? Yeah. Oh yeah, that's right. The dead guy over here, and he's rotting, which is not good. Yeah, so Clemens is just not doing super hot right now, but Endless is making her hopefully a more beautiful room. I think it's a her, right? Yeah, female. All right. So hopefully now she'll be just a little bit happier. So that's my hope anyway. All right, and Clemens doing good, or Endless doing good. So Goodman's going to hopefully finish this room up today, and we'll be able to use that as the storage area. And Clemens is now starting to clean this place up, which is very nice. We do not have a lot of food right now, which is not good, so we are going to have to get to planting a little bit more. Unfortunately, I think I underestimated how many grow zones would actually be enough. So we're going to put 2 more. We're going to do another field of rice and another field of potatoes. And then as soon as Clemens gets a bit of this stuff kind of cleaned up, we'll have her start just pretty much focusing on growing and planting and whatnot. But we need Clemens back as soon as possible, because I do want to get those batteries up and running as soon as possible as well. But you can't really do too much about that right now. So Goodman's going ham on the actual mining, though. I'm really glad that we're getting this done, because this is desperately needed. So yeah. All right, guys. So basically, what I'm going to do is I'm just going to jump until something crazy happens, or until we basically get the rest of this area kind of done and set up. You guys don't need to see me basically organize everything. So yeah, I will jump back to when Goodman has finished this and I have everything in storage. Alrighty, everybody, so we are back in here. So, okay, what I've done is just a little bit more. So, basically what happened is, during that time, Clemens finished researching batteries, and we now have her working on solar panels. This is because this is not providing us a lot of energy, and while we have these 2 backup batteries now, which is great, we still want a more reliable power source. As well, I have set up 2 more growing zones because this just isn't enough to sustain a colony of this size right now. We do have a decent amount of food, but I will have to put somebody on cleaning duty, and most likely Goodman is going to be that person. So Goodman is now going to be our cleaner, and then hopefully he will also become a cook. And though his skills are not great now, and it may end up with some sickness and stuff like that, we do want him to be able to hopefully just start upping that, because I want him to kind of be like the general labor guy. We need somebody who is good at researching, we need somebody who is doing the planting, and we need somebody who is doing all the cooking. And most likely what we could do is actually put Endless at cooking, but for now I want her to really focus on just the food production as much as possible. Because we don't have a lot of food coming in right now, we only have 2 meals, unfortunately. So yeah, we also need to set up a butcher's table. Where is that? Butcher's table, right there. Yeah, so, and that's the main issue, is that just this problem. However, we do now have a storage area, so we have plenty of resources. And, so somebody was asking about if I'm using mods in this last time. There was a comment on the last Rimworld video, and while I do not have any installed right now, I may end up installing some just for nothing that will really change the gameplay too dramatically, but I normally end up playing with mods on. So what I'll probably end up doing is I will end up making a mod that allows the stacks to be bigger, and then possibly installing just a couple more quality of life mods that just make everything a little bit easier. But that's about the only thing. So next episode, if I do that, I will hopefully link all the mods that I am using down in the description, or just create a little mod playlist on Steam, so that way you guys can kind of see what I'm using. But yeah, for the time being, we don't have that. I just kind of realized, like, with the amount of steel that we kind of have and the amount of resources that we'll eventually get, we do need a better storage option than just having a bunch of stacks of 75 steel everywhere. So yeah, that's about the only reason. But Endless is still working, and what I'm actually going to do, we got a relationship. These are people who have a relationship with the colonists or prisoners arriving in a group. Uncle of colonist Endless. Jump location. Well, look at that. That's pretty awesome. Okay, so. What do we want to do? We are going to set up to have some of these trees chop down, just so we have some more fuel for this. Because we want this stove to keep going, and we want to secure as much food as possible. So I'm going to mark some things for hunting. Who has the actual rifle? All right, we're going to put Clemens on hunting as well. You are going to hunt, just because your shooting skill is good. So we're going to go for the bunny. We're not going to go for anything too big. We're going to go for the guinea pig, the raccoon, and the squirrel. And I'm thinking that will be enough for right now. We also have this corpse right here. And yeah, because we're just going to need some more food. So we're going to butcher creature, do forever. There we go. All right. And there we go. So we're already getting some more food, which is good. Because goodness knows we need it. So that is pretty good. Alrighty. And then we are just running real low right now, so that's why we're having her do that. We're going to mark this bunny down, mark this rat down. Any other small woodland creatures that we could do? There's a tortoise here. That's not ours. 87 years old. Maybe don't do that. Well, it's lived a long life. There's also a turkey over here. And a couple of bunnies. We're gonna leave the boomalopes alone because we just don't want to start a wildfire. Come on, get it. Get it. Where's that? There we go. And we got the rat too. So that gives us more food. So we have 9 meals now, which is good. So we're not terribly starved for food right now, but it's still not looking the greatest. So I want to make sure that we have at least a surplus going. Just while Endless is still currently working on doing all the plant cutting and planting everything. What was that tortoise just eating? What were you eating, bud? Age 83. That's an old boy. Or girl. What is it? It's a male. Alright, old boy. Actually, it's a good name to name it. Can we rename you to old boy? Let's see. Animals. Can we rename you? I know there's a way to rename. Alright, I'll figure that out later. But yeah, so like I said, I just want to make sure we have plenty of food, because that's the most important thing. It's dying of starvation right now. Food poisoning, dirty cooking area. Alright, so I'm gonna, just because that's better now, I'm going to pull Goodman off of everything else other than cooking and hauling, because we have enough meals for the time being to make things work. So, mad alpacas. How many? Just one? Alright. Oh, that's not good. Let me see. Can we restrict people to the home area? We're just gonna have to deal with it. So, you 3, get up. Head outside. Alright, Goodman, get over here. Clemens, right there. Start firing at it. That was the worst shot I've ever seen, but it did hit one. If it's going straight for Goodman, it is. I want to get out of the way of it. For Goodman to fight it, but then also to do that. You come over here, just start beating this thing to death. There we go. Alright, you go start tending to yourself. Goodman, what do you have? Are you bleeding? Yeah, alright. I need you to tend to yourself then. Tend yourself. And then Clemens, I want you to, well, what can I do? Would I be able to hunt that? Prioritize hunting it. Yeah, because that will provide us quite a bit of meat as well. So that's good. Then, when Goodman is up and moving again, like he is now, he is going to hopefully focus on cleaning. And that should be good. But now the fact that we have that that alpaca puts us in a pretty good spot, because that's a lot of meat. So yeah. Then Endless will just continue to keep going, and luckily the potato harvest is coming in, and that will provide us with some much needed food as well. But thank you guys so much for enjoying the series. So I think that's going to end today's video. We didn't do too much, no raids or anything like that, but it was just kind of colony management and whatnot. So yeah, but we did do some very, very needed expansion. We got the batteries going, and we were able to get the rest of this area mined out. So the colony is starting to look really good. So yeah, I just hope that you guys enjoyed, and I thank you so much for watching. If you guys want to keep up to date with videos, you can follow me on Twitter, or X as it's now called. And just thank you guys for all the support that you've been doing. I hope you like, I hope you subscribe, I hope you comment if you have any ideas, and I will see you guys in the next video. Have a great rest of your day, and goodbye.